Oh shit, that's right. I'm fucking recording a session here. Alright. Pokemon shenanigans will have to wait. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the humble internet. My name is Ryan, aka The Rhyman, and we are back for another bizarre adventure in the wonderful world of Katawa Shoujo. Now, the further we go into this, the further down the rabbit hole we go that is Rin's mind. And I'm ready for that madness. I'm ready to essentially be cracking open Pandora's box, or reading aloud from the Necronomicon. That's kind of feeling what the equivalent is here. What time is it currently? Alright, I currently have 11:55 p.m. I need to keep this in mind, because I don't have a timer going. I should probably do that, but I'm going to be lazy. Having exhausted the books Kenji's lent me in just a few nights, I go back to the library, deeming it safer alternative for getting my reading fix. I return the books he had stolen while I'm at it, to Yuko's delight. I don't tell her where I got them, though. Oh, wow, you sure read a lot, don't you? I forget the voice that Mark did for her. I think it was Angry Black Man. Oh, man, I really should, bring someone back for guest reading. Oh, I haven't done that in ages. I'll worry about it later. Yeah, I guess I do. I mean, I do. Even I... fucking now! Even I think it's weird. I think I might have a reading problem. Maybe I'm a junkie. I would probably smack Hisao in the side of the skull for the dumb jokes, but maybe he's doing it on purpose. Like, I don't know. I don't know anymore what you're doing, Hisao. No, I didn't mean it that way. It's not weird at all. And being addicted to reading is a lot better than being addicted to something else. Like what, Yuko? Yeah, I know. It was a joke. Alright, good. I want to imagine Hisao was delivering that line with a deadpan, monotone, sarcasm, dry humor that apparently I'm famous for? I smile at her reassuringly and drop the books on the counter so Yuko can check them out. I feel tired. And I yawn as I say that fucking thing. I sit down in the vacant chair in front of her desk. While Yuko goes through the modest pile of reading material I found, I let my gaze wander around the library. At the tables, a pair of girls is chattering in hushed tones rather than working on their homework. The short-haired one notices me looking in their direction and waves at me. When I raise my hand back, they glance at each other and giggle in unison. Hisao, you've already made way more progress than I usually have made. Every time I start glancing around the room and make eye contact with people, especially women, they get that horrified look on their face, especially the women, and that's when they, rushedly, gather up their things and leave via the nearest exit. I'm not gonna... I can't confirm or deny one went out the window. It was on the first floor. They casually stepped out. They didn't jump to their death at the mere gaze at my face. But it's not good. I'm not sure how I should feel about that, so I decided it's a good thing. The one who waved at me has a horrible case of epilepsy. I saw her having an attack a few days ago. It's one of the most disturbing and scary things I've seen in all my sweet summer child. Give yourself, I'm gonna go crazy with the fucking gnats flying around here. What the fuck? Hold on. Is it demons? Proofless, is that you? Lucy? Lilith? Are nuts a sign of your presence? You have a fucking funny way of showing it, man. Well, piss off, I'm recording. Unless you want to join in on the shenanigans, imagine that YouTube video. Could you fucking imagine? That's a goddamn headline. The atheist attacked by demons during a recording session for Katawa Shoujo. Ryman was found attacked by unknown entities. I guarantee you, like, everyone around the internet, first words out of their mouth, it would be like, who the fuck is Ryan? Second one would be, what the fuck is a Katawa Shoujo? The bizarre adventure continues. Yet, there she is, happily chirping away about whatever, as if she doesn't have a care in the world. You know, this school is really something else. Oh, we're gonna get deep. Yuko raises her hand from the books she was going through. Slightly startled, she adjusts her glasses and puts on a nervous, confused smile. What do you mean? I don't really know how to explain it. It's just that everyone's so active, or how should I put it? Not dead? It's not just the festival thing, I think, even though I haven't been here that long. But it's everything. I gotta stop doing recordings at night, man. People talk more, work harder, and just are more than in any other school I've seen before. I'm struggling for the words, but it feels like I'm speaking honestly. The school feels... Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I only glanced at this line and thought it said it makes me feel sick. Seeing all these people walking around, living, it makes me feel sick. What'd you say? That's right, Zozo. No, still nothing when I turn around? Okay. No. First of all, Hisao, smack you in the side of your head, because this line is, again, you going like, oh, I have arrhythmia. And I'm just sitting here. Everyone else is running around playing hopscotch and shit with no legs or feet. And like, dude, come on. It's refreshing. People are being people. They're not sitting, like, boarding up their houses and arming themselves with the teeth because they have this weird sickening of society and, like, no hope or for the future. And, like, you just look at people and it's like, oh, fuck. No, we're gonna go with it's refreshing. Sure, there are some people like this in my old school too, but not as many, and it feels more intense somehow. I think if I had to pin it down to one thing, that the students here really appreciate going to school. Hisao, you are fucking literally doing that thing where you want to have an intelligent conversation, but it's like you're talking about the weather. It's like I go to a bar and I'm like, man, the people here really seem to like to drink. Or I go to a fucking sporting event. It's like, the people here sure do seem lively. Don't you think? Boy, that weather out there. It has, like rain Stuka dive bombers in 3 weeks. I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah, me neither. Suddenly I realized that I've just been babbling my thoughts to Yuko. Out of the blue. She's a bit of a jumpy person, so I fear I might have made a bad impression. She's looking at me with what I hope is curiosity rather than horror, so I figure she's alright. Sorry for suddenly talking about weird stuff like this. I didn't mean to trouble you. Oh no, it's not troubling. I'm happy to listen if you feel like talking. It makes me feel a little reliable too. Yuko smiles sweetly, and a little bit ironically at that. I respond with a thankful smile of my own. As she pushes the neat stack of books across the counter, I stand up and gather them in my arms. Here you are! Arigato. I guess we'll be meeting each other again. Please come here anytime. Are we sure? To the entire crew who made this game, who might be watching, though there's 1,000% chance none of y'all are watching. Are we sure Yuko's not like one of the secret routes? That there are no secret routes? That one girl with missing a hand isn't also a secret route? Making myself paranoid. I thought I heard something. Start talking about demons and like gnat things and all the other things, and all of a sudden, like every bump you hear is a scary demon. No, still nothing when I turn around. Yuko's kindness is heartwarming. You can count on it. See you later. I want to see if there is a goddamn like secret path. Like again, to the entire crew, would you be willing? Hear me out on this. Would you be willing to team up with some random, not so talented people like myself to do a remaster of this game? Include fucking gnats, not those. Like new paths, secrets, and release it on Steam. I feel like it would take the Steam internet community by storm. That or I team up with some other talented people and we make that Rayman's Doki Doki Literature Club versus Katawa Shoujo fighting game. Tell me that wouldn't be sick. That'd be hype. I'd pour money into that shit. That was a chapter. That was a chapter that if you were actually taking this story seriously, you would have breezed through in like 5 minutes. Instead, I start rambling about demon attacks, gnats flying around, and team-ups for stuff that will never fucking happen. Oh god, that's right, we have to go running. The morning of the track meet greets me with a brilliant sunshine from the crystal blue sky. While I leisurely stroll towards the track, I decide this is a good sign. Of what, I'm not sure. This event isn't as exciting for me as it seems to be for a large portion of the student body. I'm even less interested in watching sports than I am in participating. Oh my god, Hisao, this is one of those moments where you and I are like fucking linked. But cheering for Emmy is a good cause. I'm not expecting this to be any sort of amazing and spectacular experience, but it can't hurt. I'd probably be spending the time reading while cooped up in my room otherwise. That's one way to think about it. Hey, Ren! When I approach the bleachers, I spot Ren emerging from the crowd right before she spots me. Now, Ren, hear me out on this. This literally just came to me. You and I are going to start a wave in the crowd. I feel like magic will happen if we do that. Oh, God. You came. I literally have nothing else to do. Of course, I said I would, didn't I? That doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through. She's not wrong! Lots of people say things and don't mean them. Well, I don't. Ren shrugs, seemingly bored with our conversation. She turns on her heel and heads back towards the stands. So, are you excited about this? Not really. Me neither! Hey! It's like Ren and I are starting to click. Then why did you come? Why did you? She doesn't reply at all, so I decide not to either. We enter the bleachers, and Rin nods upwards. Up there. Rin leads the way, and soon we settle down on an almost empty bench. What the... Whoa! Secret character rap. Secret character rap. Secret character rap. Secret. There's an older woman sitting next to Rin. Someone's mother, I assume. She's going to be. Oh, that was terrible and dumb. She's got rather long hair done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her a oddly familiar-seeming grin. Woman with rain. Well, this is surprising. I'm done trying to do voices. I can't. I thought you went in to get a snack, not a boy. Hey, who's to say she didn't come back with a snack? Hisao, if you don't utter that goddamn line, I'm uninstalling this shit. Huh? This is no good. Damn it. I'm not gonna uninstall. I won't. The woman laughs at Rin and shakes her head. Apparently unable to find a comeback for that. I know that feeling. Well, I suppose you've always been one to go out for one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm a name that you're never going to be able to pronounce. I'm Miko Ibarazaki. I do hear you guys typing in the comments section below, telling me how to pronounce that shit. I'm sure that if you know this girl, you've at least met my dog. No. Are you gonna sit there? Producers of this game, are you gonna sit there and tell me that that's what Emmy would grow into if she had legs? Pleased to meet you. Well, that explains it. She's like a taller, older, more motherly Emmy. Apart from her hair being somewhat darker than her daughter's, there's really no mistaking the resemblance. Sorry, I'm Hisao. Hisao Nakai. Fuck it. Just call me Ryan. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Rin. Oh god, there I go dying again. I'm Rin Tezuka. Mrs. Ibarazaki laughs again. She really does resemble her offspring, her spawn. And then leans back a little on her seat and raises an eyebrow. So, now that we all know each other, how long have you and Rin been dating? My response consists of silence as my brain suddenly lurches into gear. But just before I can begin to utter a hastily babbled explanation, Emmy's mother bursts into laughter again. Ha ha ha! You're a blusher, aren't you? I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settle for a mumbled response. Fuck you. We're not. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. What the fuck is happening? Lucifer, take me home. Lucy, Bravo 6 going dark. I'm sorry. Forgive an old woman for her amusements. She chuckles again to herself. Old woman? She sure doesn't look that old to me. I suppose I can let it go. How kind of you. It's starting. Handless girl, there she is. Remastered version, secret routes. Look, the cheater with no legs is already cheating by having no legs and already starting in the first place position. That bitch. Say, I'm not allowed anymore to plan sporting events, but how more exciting would track and field shit be if you planted random landmines on the track? Come on. Just random VC booby traps. That'd be so good. I direct my attention to the track where they're preparing for the first sprint. It looks like the 400-meter dash. My eyes scan the runners before finding Emmy. She's smiling with an almost cocky look on her face as she assumes the position? Oh God, someone put a gun! The starter raises his pistol. Emmy explodes, though it's off the block, disappearing from the starting line in a blur. Look at the face on that poor girl in the back there. She doesn't know what she's doing here. Okay, that one really doesn't know what the fuck she's doing here. It's amazing. Even as the other sprinters coverage on the lanes closest to the inside line, Emmy surges to the front of the pack. By the time she rounds the final turn, a few of the other runners have caught up with her. But she puts on a final burst of speed that leaves them at least a half second behind. Because she has no fucking legs to get fucking tired. Mrs. Ibarazaki whoops and shouts, applauding wildly, and generally looking like any other parent cheering on their child. Good on one hand, girl. She's missing part of her body, so she's got more of an aerodynamic thing. Like, I wonder if she were to just Naruto run right now, she could probably take it from Emmy. I would call it. I would state backs on it. I want her on one as part of the front line since we storm Area 51. Emmy bounds off the track looking pleased with herself. I cheer right along with the rest of them, like, woo! Spark ball! There's no ball involved. The announcer, sounding suspiciously like Misha, gleefully gives the results. I think she's gotten faster since the last time. That was incredible! Mrs. Ibarazaki grins proudly. Emmy's a heck of a runner. We fall silent as the next event prepares to start. I'm surprised to see Emmy striding out onto the track again. Wait! Didn't she just run? Emmy's mother nods. Yes, but she runs multiple events for the team, especially the sprints. It's a lot of running, but Emmy can handle it. From the look of things, she's right. Emmy doesn't appear to be tired, and if she hadn't run the previous event at all, if not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you'd never know. Which event is this? It's the 200-meter dash. Oh, so now she has to run even less! Shows you this one, the 100-meter, and the relay. But we just did the 400. Wouldn't it make more sense if you started with the 100, then moved upwards? I'm not a sport guy, so I don't fucking know. But I see. Someone just got shot. Oh, imagine if the person firing off the gun was one of the blind students. Once again, the pistol sounds, and once again, Emmy flies off the block. The thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. It's Rin's foot. She's completely absorbed in the race. Emmy's mother cheers again, and I assume that the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like they'd take very long to complete. Your foot! Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers. Oh. You seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. I thought you said this wouldn't be exciting. I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Emmy, not the sport. I don't follow. I do, you idiot! Emmy's the most Emmy when she runs. You don't get to see Emmy at her Emmyest very often. But here, you can. See? She directs my attention toward the track again, where the 100-meter dash is about to start. I watch Emmy closely. As she gets onto the start blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a false relaxation. I can see that she's actually like a coiled spring. As the starter tells everyone to get set, her head snaps up and her eyes narrow slightly. Her mouth curls upwards in what could be a grin or could be a growl. When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage, like she was always moving at this blinding speed, but we couldn't see it happening until the star's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce look was replaced by her normal grin. The conquering general returning to his farm. Amazing. She's really amazing. I've never seen someone move that fast. Actually, you probably could see someone move faster if you've ever seen me run away from my problems. Well, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run that fast. No, I think Emmy's prowess all came from her father's side. All the mention of Emmy's father... At the mention of Emmy's father, Mrs. Ibarazaka looks wistful, almost sad. He got her into running, you know. Oh, really? I didn't know that, because I never asked. I leave it at that, and don't say anything for a little while. I get the feeling that this is something personal I shouldn't ask about. A beeping noise suddenly emanates from Mrs. Ibarazaki's pocket. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it. Honestly, text messages. What is he, 16? Huh? Oh, nothing. I've got to go meet up with a friend of mine. Will you tell Emmy I'm very proud of her and that I'll call her later tonight? Of course. The plot thickens? While waiting for the relay to start, I peer at Rin. She seems uninterested in her surroundings, myself included. That remark she made before still stuck in my head. Emmy's the most Emmy when she runs. It doesn't make sense now that I think about it. It does make sense now that I think about it. After seeing her run now, I can believe that Emmy gives her all on the track. Sports are more than a hobby or even a competition to her. They're a defining aspect of her life. What about Rin, then? Does she feel the same way about art? Considering the persistence she displayed before the festival, I could easily believe it. Did I see Rin at her most Rin when she was painting the mural? The relay is about to begin, but I don't see Emmy anywhere. I thought Emmy ran the relay. She runs anchor. So she won't be running for a while yet. Okay. Anchor. That's the last person to run in the relay, right? Oh, so I suppose this is where they pass off the baton thing, right? So I suppose you need arms for that, right? Ah. Did you see it? Huh? Emmy at her Emmyest. Maybe? Maybe this time. The race begins, and I cheer Emmy's teammates along as they pass the baton. Finally, I see Emmy sprinting onto the track to take the final handoff. Once again, I'm taken aback by how graceful she looks when she runs. It really is beautiful. The look of Determination. And fearlessness on her face only adds to the picture. God damn it, now I'm getting Undertale flashbacks. Fuck, I don't think I've ever finished that game. Emmy at her emmiest, I suppose. Emmy flies across the finish line with a great leap, just barely ahead of the next runners. But still in first. Well, let's go down. Gotta crown the victor. See if you can't find a laurel branch. That's not going to be easy. Ren shrugs. At least we tried. Emmy's surrounded by her teammates, all of them congratulating her on the run. Ren seems to be waiting for Emmy to notice that she's arrived. Doesn't seem her style to draw attention to herself, or to emote beyond shrugging. Being more impatient than Ren, I wave to Emmy in her stead. She looks up and grins happily at us. Hey, you showed up! So did your mom. We should have brought you a crown of laurels, but Hisao didn't find one. Neither did you. It wasn't my job to look. When did we assign jobs? When I said, see if you can find a laurel branch. Try to keep up. I shrug. Guess Rin's rubbing off on me. Seems it's all my fault after all, Emmy. Emmy laughs at Rin and me. At Rin and I. It's okay. I'm sure you'll make up to me somehow. Sure. Good. So how do I look? Very impressive. Emmy seems pleased with this assessment. I don't mention how much more impressive her performance is given her lack of legs. I figure she knows that already. Besides, it seems like it would take away from her efforts somehow. Great to hear. I was worried that I looked a little on the I was worried that I looked a little slow on the relay, but I guess I did fine, huh? Emmy giggles. And then seems to remember something. Oh, before I forget. Ren and I are going to do something next Sunday as a post-track meet celebration. You should come along. Normally we do it the day after, but since today is Sunday, I've got homework and class and all that stuff to take care of. There goes my voice. Oh, sure, I'd love to. Great, it's a promise then. Oh, right. Your mom wanted me to say she's proud of you. She'll call you later tonight. I thought I saw her in the stands. I'm glad she made it. Hey, Emmy, you're gonna miss the mass ceremony. Oh yeah, thanks. She turns to Ren and myself. You don't have to stick around for this part. It takes forever. Besides, you should get cracking on your homework now if you don't want to be up late, Hisao. Emmy skips back to her teammates, leaving me and Rin by ourselves. Neither of us has the slightest interest in the post-competition ceremonies, so we silently get away and back to the quad. Yin runs without even trying to restrain herself and shuffles her feet around restlessly. I feel awkward, but less so if I was with someone else. Still, I'm left hanging, not knowing what I should say next. Emmy was great, wasn't she? She was great. I'm very jealous of her. 'Cause she has arms, you have legs, she doesn't. You kinda tit for tat that way, girl. Why? Like I said, don't you think it'd be great to be able to be really yourself? Sounds weird coming from Ren. I don't think you, of all people, should have trouble finding a way to express yourself. Don't you have your paintings? She turns to look at me. The first time I see in her eyes a strange, hollow expression that I think must be unique to her. No. You see, the problem is that I'm not really sure who I am. You're Rin, the collector? You're gonna leave me on that? You're gonna leave me on that? You're gonna leave me on that? You're gonna do me in like that? You're gonna do me in like that? This is how you do? This is what you do. This is how you do it. Let me turn around to any ghosties walking around with the fucking gnats flying around. Look at this shit. This is what they do. This is how you end the conversation. You have a conversation with someone and the last thing out of your mouth is like, I don't know who I am. And then you just fucking walk away? This is not how we do. I have messages on Steam? What the fuck? What time is it? Well, as of right now in Ryan time of this recording, it is 12:30. I probably should end it there. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Ladies and gentlemen of the humble internet, if you for some reason liked what you just experienced in any way, shape, or form, give that video a like. Subscribe to the channel to see more. Take a stroll through my library. You might find one series of bizarre adventures more entertaining than the others. And as always, spread the word around. Let the empire grow. Give as much love as you possibly can, and I will return it. Stay awesome out there, guys. Adios.